So we got this cherry blank here. She's like 8 inches by 3. And I have this a little bit of sapwood right here. It's not much, but I want to try to capture some of that. I don't want to turn that away. So I started thinking, I think this is going to be the top. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually kind of go off center with this thing to capture that sapwood. Alright, let's see how this works out. So basically I have an idea for my tenon, or that's going to be my tenon for sure. And I'm going to leave room for a foot out here. Space for my jaws to go in right there, you know. And then a foot. So I'll probably come out to like here. And then I'm going to take this off. I'm going to round this out right here. Kind of even to where the sapwood is, if you can see that. So where the sapwood is, I'm going to take all this off from here to probably here. And then we'll just kind of let the shape happen, whatever it needs to be. I think I had it up to like 600 and something. I did change the belt. So we're on the higher RPM setting. I am not using tailstock support. May or may not be a good or bad thing. We'll see. And if you remember, I marked this off center on purpose to retain the that sapwood over there. Big, beautiful shavings, though. It's pretty stuff. There's my sapwood I wanted. All right. So I have this really odd shape in mind because of some other things I want to do to the bowl. So if you're wondering why this looks like this, So am I actually, but we will find out together.
In reverse, here's what I'm doing.
Let's take a look at what this grain is going to look like. Take us a little sneak peek. I like to pop the grain around this time anyway. Just a little alcohol. You could even use water, you know, like a lot less of this, even like a little bit of water. And then it just takes a lot longer to dry, of course. But this right here is really going to raise the grain, pop it. So that second grit coming around is going to slice them off. They're going to stand up. Whoosh, the next grit, slice them bad boys off. It depends on the wood species and so forth too, whether I do this or not. Everything depends on something. Sounds stupid, but it's so true. I have not applied any kind of oil or sealer or anything. This is raw dog right here, raw wood that I just sanded up to like 400, but then I started burnishing it. I mean, this is, you can tell this is like burnished. But anyway, I got it super smooth. Preparing for the next phase and a little experimentation, of course, as always. Just wanted to try that. Worked out pretty good. Drum roll, please. Not bad, bro, not bad. Alright, so probably not going to mess around too much right here. Just going to throw my mask on, my shield on, maybe just these glasses, I don't know. Put my mask on and I'm just going to get down and dirty right here. Get the hollow in this thing so I can get ready for phase, whatever the next phase is. Let's get after it though. Oh. Alright, let's see here. My wobble kind of goes away I'm at 1140. Seems like the wobble kind of went away. Let's roll with this for a minute. Alright, so came out okay. I did get some black in this area. So much for my super focused self there. Just had to do some sanding. And now I'm gonna do something even weirder. We'll see how this turns out. I got nothing else to say about it, really. kind of cool. So now I have something else in store for this thing as well. Kind of thinking about going on with some sanding sealer though on certain areas to protect them from this here next phase. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Trying to do some precision work here. Do a little touching up here. I might go on it with some lacquer, man. I'm not sure now. Just to kind of seal all the colors in. What do you got? What would you do in this case right here? See, I'm thinking possibly lacquer after this sanding sealer. Kind of buff it up, so to speak. De-nib anything and steel wool, something like that. I don't even know if I need to, but then hit it with that lacquer I feel like that lacquer will, well, the sanding sealer also, but that much more stuff to make this bling and make it sort of stand out too. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm missing something, guys. Should I go back on it with the embellishing wax right here, maybe? That might be interesting. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. I feel like I have to. I need some different colors of this stuff here. Yeah. Dang, bro. Yep, I feel like I have to. This combination of lacquer, like the semi-gloss lacquer, like 10 coats, you know, a whole bunch, and then I put a healthy dose of the old Howard Speed and Wax on there. So I've been using this as a little bit of a go-to here recently, but only because I just felt like it was appropriate for these pieces, these past couple of pieces that I've been working on. So don't think I get stuck on one thing, you know what I'm saying, or one process, one anything, bro. I try different things, and I like to think that whatever project I'm working on kind of dictates to me, like what finishing processes or whatnot that I should do to them. I mean, they sort of tell you what shape they want to be. They tell you what kind of finish they want on them. Do they want to be a matte finish or a gloss finish? Do they want to be like that lacquer gives you a bit of a synthetic, you know, like it ain't real or something? But all this right here doesn't look very real either, so I thought it was kind of appropriate for this type of piece. Total art type of piece. Heirloom, maybe. So let that sit up for about 20 minutes or so. And then come back and buff that off, and we'll get to work and remove that tenon. I'm just going to kind of buff this up a little bit. Boom, boom.